Ethan owned a small auto mechanic workshop. Every morning, in the presence of his workers, he stood in the middle of his workshop and prayed quietly. Lord, everything here belongs to you. Use it for your purpose. His senior mechanic, Jake, would shake his head every time. Jake said one morning, "Boss, God doesn't fix cars, we do." Ethan smiled. "We fix cars. He fixes everything else." Across the street was a bigger workshop run by a man named Brandon. Better equipment, more staff. He had been slowly taking Ethan's customers one by one. Then one afternoon, Brandon's daughter was diagnosed with bone cancer. She needed a bone marrow transplant urgently. Brandon spent everything. Sold equipment, let staff go, took loans. His workshop started falling apart. Customers left. His remaining 2 workers went unpaid for months. Ethan watched from across the street. Jake came to him one morning and said, "Boss, his customers are looking for somewhere new. This is our moment. We take them all." Ethan said quietly, "Bring the team together." He stood in front of his workers. Brandon is in trouble. His daughter is sick. He has nothing left. He paused. "We are going to help him." The workshop went completely silent. One worker said, "Boss, he's our competition." Ethan said, "He is a father first." Jake said, "Boss, we can't afford this." Ethan said, "We can't afford not to." He walked across the street alone. Brandon was sitting in his office with his head in his hands. Ethan knocked on the open door and sat down across from him without being invited. He said, "How is she?" Brandon looked up. His eyes were heavy. "She is fighting. The transplant happened. We are waiting." He stopped. "I have nothing left, Ethan. I can't pay my last 2 workers. The workshop is finished." Ethan said, "Send your customers to me. I will service their cars at my cost. When you are back on your feet, you take every single one back." He paused. "Send your 2 workers to me also. I will pay them until you are ready." Brandon stared at him. "You are my competition." Ethan said, "You are a father, sitting in an empty office praying your daughter makes it. That is all I see right now." Brandon said nothing for a long time, then said quietly, "Why would you do this?" Ethan stood up. "Just get your daughter home." He walked back across the street. Jake was outside. "What happened?" Ethan said, "We have extra hands starting Monday and extra customers. You gave our competitor our business." Ethan said, "I gave a father some breathing room. God will sort the rest." 3 months later, Brandon's daughter came home. Brandon called Ethan that evening. He said, "She's home." Ethan smiled. "I know. I have been praying for her every morning." 6 months later, a large logistics company was looking for a workshop to partner with exclusively. 200 vehicles. The contract would change any workshop's future completely. They interviewed 5 workshops in the city. At the final meeting, the company director sat across from Ethan. He said, "3 months ago, my regional manager drove past your street. He watched a man walk across to his competitor's empty workshop and come back with a handshake." He paused. "He called me that evening and said, 'Boss, I just watched something I've never seen in business before.'" He closed his folder. "We choose you." Jake was sitting at the back of the room. He sat there looking at his boss. He thought about every morning he had shaken his head at the prayers. Every time he had said, "God doesn't fix cars." Comment, "God, make me a blessing in someone's hardest season."